Okay, into the cave. Passageway. Timing. Zol slugs. We should give Han some kind of spell attack in this macro. Holy shit. Still a single target heal. Basically thinking, do we have to have a dedicated healer in a serious fight? Because as long as we just have a single target heals, we can't just occasionally throw a heal and heal everyone. We have to constantly keep countering the enemy damage. We have 5 guys, so we can afford it, but still. Is there a way to use the heals in a way that they heal everyone? Oh, come on. They hate Han for some reason. It might be worth our while to try to figure out extra combination attack. I would definitely use save state to cheat on that. Combination attacks are not necessarily 2-person attacks, they could be larger combinations. So maybe for example all elemental attacks combined could be some kind of specialty attack. The problem with trying to do skills is that there's so few uses, so it's much better for us to basically get into a fight, do a save state there, and then just try any combinations we are interested in trying. The problem is you sort of have to do it through macros, otherwise you can't guarantee that you're actually trying what you think you're trying. I need enough experience for Alice to get at least to level up. It's around 10-9 fights, so we definitely should have enough fights to get it right. Cure paralysis. Why is it always the same creatures? No variation here. Okay, we should be very close to Alice getting the level up. Just slightly over 1000 experience points. Ooh, the speared. Okay. The spear is. I'm not going outside until I get the level up. I'm pretty sure we're like 1 or 2 fights away of getting it. Fusion. Okay. This is new. Meta Slug. $400 XP. It's probably more worth more as a meta slug. Yeah, Alice. Skill. Death has been mastered. Elimination. Wonder if there's a way to see what they do. One death. Shrug. Canary. This place? This is the town of Canary? Have you come to visit Zeo's church as well? No, but a church that spreads the teaching of a man named Zeo was erected in this town. Devotees come here from all over the place. I don't want to say it in a loud voice, but it sure is a big brother. Mother even. What's so terrible about it? What is going on with those guys going overboard with this Zeo thing? It just makes my skin crawl. Why don't we get out of this town? Here's a bookshelf, but it's pretty empty. It's better if we rest. There's no telling if we are going to get into trouble here. We weren't exactly in a bad shape though. Among the believers of Zio, there is a saying that goes, "The righteous do not ignore Kaderi." Kaderi is a sacred area. Why though? It doesn't look like this place is anything special. Our daughter has become a follower of Zio and won't come home. If it is the fate of this planet to die anyway, we might as well pin all our hopes on this one man. Don't you agree? How about trying to do something? Trying to figure out if there are things you can do? What the fuck is going on here? Oh, Zio, the Holy One. Some kind of religious experience, apparently. The inn in the back of the town. I used to frequent that place, but recently I can't go in even if I wanted to. That the only entrance? Right. Do we have to go through it? Yeah. This is a church where we worship the great Zio. Zio says he is going to cleanse this soiled land with the fires of destruction, and then he is going to build a utopian society populated with only the finest citizens. How wonderful! The thought makes me tingle. Those ignorant masses living in idleness. These are exactly the people that should be purged at the hands of Zio. We, the believers of Zio, are the chosen people. Right. Zio is at his fort where he teaches and guides us. How thankful we are to him. Only after the destruction can we create a new world. Right. Zio! Zio! No one other than Zio can save us from the uncleanliness of Motavia. Ah, glory be to you, Zio. He's painted. How frightening. I wonder if this is an altar. I better not get too close. So where exactly do we need to go then? I came here from the Motavia Academy. Schoolwork is so stupid. Yes, why don't you join a cult instead? I guess there's nothing we need to do here. I mean, we are headed for the fortress. Tech users. Wizards, more or less, I guess. remit. Just remit. What is a remit? I don't actually know. Zeo Sport. Oh, good music again. You've got to hurry and stop the system that's running out of control. For Seed's sake, too. First, we'll have to rescue this android called Demi. We'll have to go to Zeo's form. Just what we all wanted to do. You're talking about that castle beyond the quicksand that can be seen from the village a mile. I guess we'll have to go around from the north. Okay, that's nice. Everything you really need to know condensed in a few dialogue pieces. What are you doing and where do you need to go in order to get there? It's an invisible barrier that's visible. We can't go forward. So... I'm more worried about the tech users. And this Speared. He doesn't really worry me. I am deadly worried about Han getting his ass kicked again. I wasn't too far off. He's pretty close to dying even with the 2 shields. He would have been dead with a 1 single shield. Let's test G-Res. How good is it? How expensive is it? 6 points heals about 100, so it's for all practical purposes it's a full heal for now. Costs double what res costs. I think it's more cost-effective way of healing too. $2,000 meseta. Wait, is that truly a dead end? Laser sword. Seriously? Well, I'll take your laser sword. It's a minor defense buff, significant attack power buff. I was thinking of something totally unrelated to this fight. Basically, do we even have the people to cast? This probably would be. I would say wind attack would be necessary for a combined attack because it's the only attack currently that attacks every target. Wind attack combined with fire and maybe something. I'm not sure if water is or ice is the correct combination there. Other would be thunder. I don't know. No, not a correct place to start testing things. Han probably doesn't make it. Right, it just isn't good enough. sort of fairly helpful at the start of the game, but at this point it's already starting to be basically totally worthless. We can normal attacks do just as much damage. Shadow Saber and a Ripper. Okay. I don't want to use any skills because there's a good chance we're gonna get horribly raped. No. I'm going to go and rest at least once. I'll see if we can take down the shield, then go and rest, then come back fully rested and see what awaits us. It also gives us a chance to learn what the fuck do some of these abilities do. The Barn. Defense power up. Warcry skill. Good. Another skill we can test before we get into any serious trouble. Get in. Still don't know what Moonshad does. Well, it did something to them, but attack power, right. Still don't get what the fuck we're supposed to do here. Something naturally to get the shield down, but there's nothing to indicate what that something might be. I think the ceramic armor we are using is genuinely fairly good against fire. We're taking about 30 points of damage from the ice attack, but around 4 from the fire. Jazz level 1. Rim Pop. That was the cure paralysis. But a sinister looking statue, yep. Wonder if I can jump into the hole. Gires. So Rika is another healer. I have no idea what type of skills people are getting when they level up. Moon view. Okay. I did not expect us to be able to fall down like that. The game is not, in general speaking, game is not like that. You can't. It has a very strict limits to where you can go. Automatically pushes you away if you do something the game doesn't want you to do. At the same time, that makes it fairly safe to try out these things. Alice is not particularly a bad target for us, or rather, thinking about who they're gonna target. Alice is fairly well protected. Han is really the only one I want them to ignore. With the others, it's more or less the same. Doesn't matter. So I'm clearly missing something. Don't know how to get to the southern section or southeast section. It's very hard to tell where there are openings though. There seems to be a slight color variation, that's it. That's our goal. Southeast. Must have been very close to it the first time. Still, this isn't that bad of a section, so we're not in any real danger. I think if we get a little bit careless, we might get someone knocked out, but nothing worse than that. I'm sort of starting to think I'm gonna basically start ditching Alice too. In some ways, Han and Alice's combo attack is actually very good for us, because Alice is worthless as a physical attacker at this point. So is Han. So two worthless people can at least do around 100-150 points of damage by combining their attacks, and that still leaves the other three using normal attacks. So it's not actually a bad way to attack for us. Oh, I missed this. I don't want to jump there now. Maybe the connecting tube doesn't go where I think it goes. Well, that's easy to check. It could be that I need to jump into the hole too. I don't think so though. The thing is, it's not a sensible thing to do. A game might require you to do it. That's not the point. The point is, it's not something that immediately jumps to your mind necessarily. In a normal situation, if you were there in real life, you would not jump into random holes. But because if you think it's a game, then it also, you immediately think what's gonna happen if you jump into the hole. I'm gonna jump into the hole. Still don't quite get what we're supposed to do. Maybe we can't do it here now. It could be that you need to do something in the previous town, and they're called. You basically need to get something to pass the force. So potentially, at least. I certainly am not in a condition to do any serious fighting after this. Han has wasted around 90 tech points. Just too much. Laser barrier. Classic laser barrier. Who has... what is... okay, it's a shield, basically. I'm sort of thinking giving Alice a shield. Her defense isn't anything great, and her attack is terrible already, so I'm not losing much. Okay, I still don't understand what I need to do, so let's head to the previous speed. See if we miss something there. Zio says that the end of this world is coming soon. Wonder if that's true. I haven't been able to get to this the section directly above us. And I think if I go outside the walls here, I'll automatically need that. Excuse me, can I ask you something? Do you believe in Zeo's teaching? Of course I do. Ah, kindred spirit, glory be to the great Zeo. Burst the souls of the fools. Laser slasher. It's a weapon for Alice. Alice definitely needs something. Oh, raised attack part of 40. Let's give it a try at least. 84, 71, 61. Yeah, but Alice hits everything. It still isn't exactly great though, and she now has the worst defense. Yeah, I don't know. With a shield, she'll probably be the toughest. I'll give it a fight or two, see how it works. Huh? You've got some guts to bring a woman to a place like this, eh, boys? What's with you? How dare you eye me like that? Don't you know that we are Zeo's subordinates? It's true that I don't have to worry about money to feed myself, but my hands are definitely becoming soiled. I wonder if I'm doing the right thing. If you follow Zeo, we can show you a good time, just like this. I've just been running this place like a regular inn, but one day, Zeo soldiers came and they said to just put everything on a running tab. They never pay up. Shocking. Oh my, such a little boy as a customer? How adorable. I'm going to give you some great service. What? What are you talking about? Right, so this didn't help us at all. I'm gonna say that I'm not a follower of Zeo today. This card, see if it changes something. No. In that case, become one of us at once. Otherwise, you will be purged by us. Okay, didn't change anything. How do you get into his fortress? I think it can probably be shut down somehow. Maybe someone can tell us how. Right, we've talked to everyone here. They don't say anything new. Purge, purge, purge. Yeah, I'm not sure what we need to do, but I'm pretty sure this isn't gonna help. So it's something there. I'm not quite sure what it could be. Give it another shot. There's 4 lines. I'm going to do 4 things. I think the extra damage with Alice helps a little bit. It's maybe about 10 points extra damage. So it's in combination with a normal attack, it's enough to kill a guy here. The normal one is not. It's a little bit too weak. So it requires 2 guys to attack afterwards. Where are these? Stop wasting time. So it's something here. What the fuck is it? Could be that I'm just fucking blind. Oops, I ran away. Didn't mean to. What exactly do you want from me, game? Okay, Han seems to be fairly well protected against magical attacks. P4, that's a 2nd tier fire spell. I don't see anything even remotely that we could basically interact with or use in basically every case here. The statues are a different matter, but I can't do anything with them. Extra defense on Alice. Could warrant using her as a spellcaster to attack. I don't know if she has the casting potential. It doesn't have the tech points. I'm sure she can handle a fight or two, but that's it. So what the fuck am I missing? When you talk to the group, it doesn't mention the previous village in any way. But I don't think that's all. I think the game would basically direct us there if it was an integral part in getting access. So I don't believe that. It's something here. Shadow Blade. Okay. Technique, Iban, that was the raised fence. But what the fuck is a Shadow Blade? If it's an enemy weapon, I wonder if it's like a curse weapon. So you can use it, but there's a downside to it. It's definitely jazz as a weapon. So what the fuck is it? Attack power goes down, defense power goes down, agility goes down, mental power goes down. How do you use this then? See if it does something. Ooh. Has a instant death effect. Run reduces agility. Boy, that doesn't tell anything. I need more enemies to see if Depoy targets all enemies or a single target. So it's a weaker weapon technically, but potentially can instantly kill a target. I think it's probably good against certain type of typical enemies, while at the same time being totally worthless against any kind of boss fight, because there's no way in hell you can instant kill something like that. No way. I wonder how reliable it is. Yeah. So if we are looking for reliable damage, the laser sword is a much better option. At the same time, if we want to gamble on getting instant kill hits, that's a different matter. I think for now I'd rather take the guaranteed damage. Because it also has a gigantic difference in our defense value. But I think I'll hold on to that. I have no idea how common it is to get those. I think I've killed a lot of people here and they didn't... I think that's one of the first thing I've seen ever to drop with anything, so... This is one of the places I'm not sure if I ever... I'm sure I didn't go into that tunnel to the left. However, it might lead to a place that I've already been in. However, I'm not 100% sure on that, so it could be the place we're missing. So I'm gonna try that first. if I can get the shield down, the plan still is to get the fuck out of here, rest and come back, because access to the fast shield is right at the start of this entire thing. So it's a huge ways to go there without rest. Yeah, this is it. Laser claw. Not really all that different. Still a minor increase. $40. Shit. Yeah, Rika is now better than Gris. Chris is the tankiest, but the other fighters are in one way or another better as fighters in my opinion. Jazz is probably the best attacker, Rika seems to be the most agile. Meaning, yeah, she'll attack more frequently or react more frequently in a turn. Earlier in a turn. I'm not 100% sure this is the design of the entire game, but I've noticed that most of these dungeons are like, there's one clear place you're supposed to aim at, and there's a lot of paths that you can go. You will get nice things out of them, but they seem to be mostly designed to drain your resources, so by the time you reach where you really need to go, you're not in full combat condition. As opposed to, let's say, a design that you have that you can have in a lot of games, like there's some kind of theme side, like it's some kind of puzzle or a certain type of encounter, so some kind of a specific challenge you have to overcome. Here there doesn't seem to be anything like that. It's more of a figure out where you need to go and right. You don't have that many resources, but no real harm in trying things out. You are? Ah, I thought it was Zio. I'm Yuza. You will never get near Zio unless you defeat me. Look at the size of those shoulder pads. Why do the shoulder pads... Doesn't he have eyes? Right. I probably should take this seriously. I still think this is probably a warm-up. Does Gillon do? I'd like to buff our characters. Actually, I think it screws him, not me. Eliminate. This will never work on him, I would think. Right, so he can fuck everyone at the same time. There isn't much I can do. Is it better to try? I don't think I can heal through what he's trying to do. That's basically the thing. So I see that it's better for me to try to just attack with everything I've got. I'm using Gires. I'm not sure how long I can keep this up, but it makes more sense to me. I probably won't survive long enough to use all my technique points on Han anyway, so no point holding back. I suppose the big problem really is that if this guy's just a warm-up, how the fuck are we gonna deal with Zio? Yeah. I think we're better off just attacking normally at this point. Let's see if we can disable the shield. No. No. I'm not letting Alice be in a dying condition. We'll have to... I'll have to come back here twice. Considering how dangerous that guy was, I'm not gonna fight the Zio in basically half-assed condition. It's just not gonna work. I required everything I had there to dish out enough damage. I suppose I could have gotten a little bit unlucky, but I don't think that would have made a huge difference. It's just going to be a little bit tough of a fight no matter what, with good chance that we are gonna get some casualties. On the other hand, I probably shouldn't be holding back too much at this point. If we're gonna have to go back to the inn anyway, might as well use our abilities. Combination attack could also be higher level abilities. It's a huge problem trying to test things out. But I don't see any other good choice for us. Just looking them up is a possibility, but as I said at the start, I'm very reluctant trying to do something like that, because some of the abilities are genuinely absolutely amazing. So it feels sort of like you haven't earned it, or you're like dialing back difficulty. If you genuinely put in the effort and figure them out yourself, that's one thing. But just looking at a list, and I suppose it feels like studying for something versus just looking at the answers into you on a list. No one really gives a shit, but you might give a shit. And it bothers me enough that I don't want to do it. Not sure at what point I'm gonna start testing things out to figure what we really need. Not now. Probably if we encounter more difficulties. We're certainly at a threshold where the initial skill we learn is not good enough. So I would imagine we have access to other combinations of these already. At least one. There's around, what, about 14 in total. So I think I'm not sure what our maximum level is gonna be, more or less, when we finish the game. But it's not like it's not going to be something like 99 or anything like that. It's probably be closer to 50 maybe. I don't actually recall, but I don't think this is the Final Fantasy type of game where we just go as far as we're gonna possibly go. Point being, I guess, that there's gonna be a limited amount of things we can still unlock on characters. So there's enough combinations there that we should get other combination attacks. But there is probably going to be at least a group of abilities that are a combination of high level or high powers abilities, so we will never be able to figure them all out until we're at a very late game. Actually, not necessarily even then. There's no guarantee that you have all your characters leveled up equally. Alright, if I could just take the shield down, I would be happy with that. Too many random fights in this game. At least in the modern... Actually, I haven't played their most recent Final Fantasy games, but at least in the 7, 8, 9 era, that sort of thing, you have ways to reduce the random fighting. I don't mind the random fights in general, but I think there's a point where it's too much. It probably eats up the vast majority of the game time. And yeah, it's basically choose your macro fight, but that sort of... That doesn't make it better, it highlights that it sucks, rather. Whatever it is on top of those stairs will take down the shield. Either Zio is there or Zio is behind the shield. I think we're in a good enough condition that I would risk fighting Zio too. I mean, it's not gonna get any better than this. Assuming he's at the top. You heal. Right. What's that? Somebody's being captured. It's Demi. We've got to rescue her. Who are you? Alice Brandwing and Company. Thank you very much. You are all injured, are you not? Allow me. It's the least I can do to show my gratitude. I feel strength welling inside me. It's my medical power. My name is Demi, and I am in charge of controlling nervous. I heard she was supposed to be an android, but this is beyond my expectations. She's no different than a human being. Be that as it may, Demi, can you stop the transmission of energy to the system that's malfunctioning? You're the only one who can do it, right? Yes, I too have tried to freeze the entire system, but... Go no further. Who's that? That voice. It's Zio. What is this? I feel this incredible menace. Yeah, it's the fog machine. It gives that impression. Zio, you son of a... Watch your tongue, son. So you thought you would sneak in while the owner's out, eh? You little sneak thief. Take a look at your own evil self before you dare put us down. Think about all you've done. So I brought damage to Motavia. What's wrong with eliminating worms? Worms? You dare call us worms? You... I cannot forgive you. Now, that's the expression I want to see. A face filled with pain and anguish, begging fearfully for help. A face quivering with anger. Go on, get angry, suffer, be sad. That would truly be the ultimate offering to me and my great God. Your God? Son of a blast, come on. Let's go, everyone. Wait, Jazz! Zio, do you understand what's going on? If we don't stop the systems that are running out of control, Motavia itself is going to become uninhabitable. You must let Demi... Total annihilation of life. What a fine thing. Death to all that lives. Destruction to all that has form. That is indeed my desire. That's crazy. My God will not tolerate any life forms in Algo. Everything must be wiped out. And I, with these very hands, will do just that. Means you yourself will be gone too. If my God wishes that to be so, that is also my wish. You're out of your mind. Fun and games are over. Anyone who dares get in my way shall perish. My humble self, who has taken it upon myself to do the wish of my God, shall destroy thee. Oh, the greatest, my one and only ultimate God, Dark Force. Dark Force? Okay. Say... this doesn't look promising. Yeah, and massive shoulder pads guy. Run probably isn't gonna work. Yeah, with menacing music too. What exactly can we do? Death probably isn't gonna work. Moonshot, I have no fucking clue what that is, so... Vortex? Gifoy, I need to test this. Not exactly the greatest place to start testing things, but whatever. We had a buff spell. Right. And the Duran's debuff. But I was sort of thinking of doing that anyway. It might slow him down by his time. I don't think it'll work, but Saner. Saner any good? Saner would be agility bonuses. One point of damage. Oh, glad I did that. One point of damage. One point of damage. One point of damage. Right, I can guess where this is going. This could be a. This could be a survival battle. What does ship do? It increases attack power, I think. Killing is never gonna work on him. Nothing is gonna work on him, that's the fucking problem. What does vision even do? There's no point using special attacks, everything is gonna do 1 point of damage anyway. Let's try... light. No, let's try our weapon. Everything's up, I'm still not hitting shit. I don't think anything will really work on him. I'm using the weakest attacks possible, they at least hit him. No. Use burrows. And use illusion. Nightmare, okay. Is this bad? I don't think I can do anything while he's doing his thing. You might as well cast something. I think we're basically gonna get raped here very badly, and there's nothing I can do about it. Right. Jazz, careful! Alice? We're in trouble. We'd better make a temporary retreat. I think you're right. We've lost. Blasted. Jazz, it's no good. Even Gires won't repair Alice's wounds. No, Alice. We'd better return to my village, Jazz. I have no idea what these symptoms are. It appears she isn't getting any better. That Zio, there was something different about him from other enemies I've fought. She refuses everything. It's as if she's possessed by some evil power. Damn you, Zio, you devil. Can we save her if we shut down Nervous? No, that won't work. Nervous is located in the basement of Zio's fort. Actually, Zio has erected his fort on top of Nervous. So below that invisible barrier. So we'll have to defeat Zio after all. If only Rune were... Alice, don't talk. Rune should know some way to do it. Alice, don't worry, we'll defeat Zio somehow. Now, listen. To what we have right now, there's no way we can win. We've got to do something about Zio's magic barrier. Magic barrier? Magic? That sort of thing should have ceased to exist 1,000 years ago. Come to think of it, Rune was indeed using some kind of magic. Something called flying. That's right, so if you can get the cooperation of Rune... Alice? Jazz, who is Rune? Oh, he's a disgusting conceited jerk. I hate to admit it, but we may have no choice but to ask for his help. Didn't Rune go off somewhere with Grandfather Doran? If he's with Grandfather Doran, perhaps he's gone to the Ladia Tower. Because he was saying something about opening the gates to the Ladia Tower. What is the Ladia Tower? I'm not quite sure myself, but I hear it's located on a small island beyond the quicksand in the east. Grandfather Doring said that something important is there. How are we going to get across the quicksand? How did Rune and Grandfather Doring do it? That's beyond me. Probably that's where magic comes into play. Don't worry, leave it up to me. There's the Land Rover. The Land Rover? What's that? Do you mean to say there's still a Land Rover in existence? Yes, absolutely. The Land Rover is an all-purpose armor-plated car of an ancient civilization. With a Land Rover, crossing quicksand is nothing. If we go to the machine center directly south of here, I'm sure we'll find one. Machine center? Is there such a place? If you come with me, you'll see. Okay, in that case, let's hurry and get going. Will you stay here, Han? What? But... We want you to remain here and look after Alice. Also, you have a cute girlfriend here. But... Alice, I'm sure we'll find Rune. Jazz. Han, take good care of Alice. Demi. Level 12. What exactly do you do? Age 324 years. No TP. Headgear, Impactor, 2 hand, Titan armor. 0 mental. Decent defense, decent attack power. I wanted to see her skills. Recover, Stasis Beam maybe? Spark, Barrier, Medic Power. I think recovery is not for people. Medic power would be basically heal people. Recover would be recover kill an android. I think. Spark is probably a android ability to for the barrier. Right, I think barrier would be a magical defense, or increases your defense against magical attacks. And stasis is what? I have no idea. I'm guessing it's some kind of paralysis or something similar. Not sure if it's only on androids though, or does it work on everything. A very different type of character though, compared to others. What happened to the equipment we had from Han? I guess it got all returned here. Right. Can I rest? Just let's do as Alice says and find this person called Rune. We'll need the Land Rover to cross the quicksand. Let's find the machine center. It's located south of the village of Crook. Yeah, I still want to rest. Where are we? Doesn't matter. Ah. Right. We can just teleport around. Cool. I'll leave things here. So somewhere, yeah, it's the same place. So somewhere south of here is a machine center we need to go to. We need to get some kind of a Land Rover out of it, so we can go across the quicksand to reach some kind of tower where Rune is supposed to go.